And now the time has come for our weekly political discussion with Catholic Vote Political Director Josh Mercer, who joins us now. How are you, Josh?
I'm doing well.
You're holding up because, of course, what we're here to talk about is a big story just broken by VOX.com. It's a great expose. Apparently, Catholic Vote has been caught red-handed serving the interests of the Russian government. Is there truth to this allegation, sir?
Niet.
So what is this? What is going on? What were they saying?
Well, I mean, obviously the Democrats have spent a long time trying to pin Russia on Donald Trump. There's an ongoing investigation by the FBI Special Counsel Robert Mueller, all that stuff that's going on. And it's just been going on for months and months and months. And there doesn't really seem to be a whole lot going on. And so I think what some left-wing extremists are trying to do is to say, well, wait a minute now, let's talk about this whole WikiLeaks thing and the connection with Russia with WikiLeaks. And so Vox has this story out this week saying how the Kremlin may have helped Trump win the Catholic vote. There's a whole story here, obviously, but they make the point that Catholic Vote, my organization, obviously, was very skeptical about Donald Trump throughout his campaign. I mean, we make that perfectly clear. He never had a track record before. We thought he was going to be another New York social liberal. I mean, I have been extremely pleasantly surprised by how pro-life he's been. But they talk about how the Catholic Vote, not just our own organization, but just in general, Catholic voters just weren't so sure about Donald Trump. And then, of course, the Access Hollywood tape comes out and those concerns about Trump just get magnified.
Right.
And then days after Access Hollywood, what happened? Boom. WikiLeaks dumps out all these emails from John Podesta. Now, John Podesta was the chairman of Hillary Clinton's campaign. But before he did that, he was with a left-wing group called the Center for American Progress. And that group got a lot of money from George Soros and a lot of other organizations. Well, here's what happened. He clicked the link from, he thought, reset your Gmail password or whatever, and it turns out he got hacked. And all of his emails got taken from Gmail, whatever. And WikiLeaks, years later, dumps it out right before the campaign. Those emails, though, were very striking. There's all these conversations between Jennifer Palmieri and John Podesta and all these people in the Hillary campaign just mocking Catholics.
Right.
Saying, oh, yeah, conservative Catholics just want to read about Thomist stuff and pretend like they're rich, they're powerful, and they like Catholicism because it doesn't make it, it's not too anti-intellectual.
Right. And because, real quick, I mean, first of all, you're breaking up a little bit. It's probably the Russian interference. But the one thing that's going on is we reacted to the WikiLeaks revelations of John Podesta literally working with other leftist groups to build Catholic infiltrator front groups to undermine Catholic opposition to leftist aims. And we reacted to that news because we're normal people rather than reactionary and defensive leftists. We reacted to the news of what was in the content of those emails rather than stopping and saying, I won't read these emails because they might be dirty or have connections to Russia. We didn't say, oh, good, the Russians have helped us. We just said, oh, this is horrible news. It looks like John Podesta has been working with Soros money to undermine Catholic witness against leftist causes. That was our reaction.
Exactly. I mean, Vox is making it sound like, oh, yeah, obviously Catholic Vote is some sort of arm of the Kremlin. When are they going to say the same thing about Cardinal Dolan? Because he critiqued these officials from the Clinton campaign for what they said about Catholics. He said they got to do something about this anti-Catholic stuff. And so should Dolan not have said that? I mean, it's a laughable article, and I got a kick out of it, I guess. But the fact is,
and I can't believe that anyone would say anything about our connection to Russia. I mean, our lack of there isn't one. I don't know why people would think there would be any connection between us and Russia. But anyway, you were saying?
Yes, exactly. Well, and the fact is, Hillary Clinton lost the Catholic vote in especially in states like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Michigan. And she can blame the Russians all she wants to, but she wasn't connecting with, working class Catholic voters in those states. And Donald Trump spoke to them. And ultimately, you can blame the Russians, you can blame anything you want to, WikiLeaks or whatever. But the fact is, she was a terrible candidate and she couldn't close the sale with a lot of voters who actually, a lot of these same voters, I wish they hadn't, but they voted for Barack Obama. They're not dyed-in-the-wool vote every time a certain way. They're independent voters, and they're the swing vote. And Hillary Clinton couldn't close the sale. She couldn't win them over. And ultimately, the Catholic vote went to Donald Trump in 2016.
Well, also, real quick note, Vox, did you talk to Vox?
They did not contact us regarding this story. No, they did not.
Did they call Brian?
No, they did not contact us at all. No.
Wow, that's interesting. Big expose story about us, and we don't even have anything to say in the article. It would be fun to get quotes from us. I bet they would have been really hilarious quotes. But anyway, viewers and listeners, do check out that article by VOX where they catch us red-handed serving the Kremlin against the U.S. Take it very seriously. You should probably unsubscribe to the Stephen Herreid Show since it is a Kremlin operation. And we'll talk to you again soon. Josh, thanks very much.
Hey, no problem. And I have never been an ambassador to Russia that I can recall.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Take care.